Pretty Woman 2, A Second Chance, coming soon? What if the love story you thought was over wasn't finished at all? What if the door that once closed slowly opened again decades later? The streets of Beverly Hills shine under the late afternoon sun, but they hold a quieter kind of glow, now older, softer, touched by time. A black limousine rolls slowly past the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, the same place where a fairy tale once began. The camera never shows faces, only silhouettes. A hand holding a silver cane, a graceful figure stepping out of the car, the echo of heels on the pavement. Everything feels familiar, yet changed. A soft breeze moves the curtains on a balcony. In that moment, a voice rises, gentle but full of meaning. Some stories don't fade, it says. They wait for the right moment to return. We see a glimpse of the red dress from years ago, now folded carefully inside a velvet box. A close-up on a wedding ring placed on a knitstand, untouched for years. A hotel elevator closes slowly, as if sealing a memory inside. The music builds, warm and nostalgic. Shadows stretch across the marble floors as the camera follows a man's slow footsteps through the hotel lobby. He stops. His hand gently brushes the old brass railing, the same one he once held during a night that changed everything. The world around him moves, but he stands still, caught between the past and the present, cut to a wide shot of Beverly Hills at sunset. The sky glows with soft gold and fading pink. A woman's silhouette stands at the window of a high-rise apartment, her fingers touching the glass as if reaching for a memory that lingers just out of reach. After all these years, the voice continues, time brings them back to the place where their hearts first met. The music softens into a romantic hum. The screen fades to black for a breath. And then slowly the words appear, a return to Beverly Hills. The night settles over Los Angeles, painting the city with silver lights and long shadows. In the quiet distance, a grand charity event glows like a jewel an evening meant for celebration, but carrying the weight of unspoken truths. Soft orchestral music builds under the scene as the camera moves through sweeping shots of the ballroom, never revealing faces. Crystal glasses clink gently. A slow dance begins in the background, but the mood is heavy, almost trembling. As if the past is brushing against the present, a hand places an old photograph on a table. Two people smiling, full of life and love. Edward and Vivian, years ago. The edges of the photo are worn like a memory handled too many times. The camera lingers on the image before pulling back to show the same hand trembling slightly. A voice whispers, they had everything, until time pulled them apart. Cut to a dimly lit office overlooking the city. Papers scattered. A contract unsigned. A business deal that has slowly become the center of Edward's world. His silhouette sits alone, shoulders heavy with the cost of success. He chased a dream, the voice says quietly. But somewhere along the way, he lost the one thing that mattered most. Across the city, a boutique dressing room glows with soft golden lights. Vivian's silhouette stands before a mirror, adjusting a simple but elegant dress. She breathes deeply, steadying herself. Her reflection shows strength, but also a loneliness she never speaks about. She built a new life, the voice continues, but no life erased the emptiness he left behind. A sudden shift sirens in the distance. A newspaper headline slides into view. Charity fund and crisis major donor backs out. The music darkens. Their worlds, once separate, begin to collide again. The camera cuts between Edward tightening his tie and Vivian closing a locket around her neck. Two paths moving toward the same night, the same place. The same moment they never thought they'd face again, the voice returns. Now deeper, almost trembling with meaning, time separated them. But destiny has a way of pulling two hearts back into the same light. Fade to black. A single heartbeat echoes. The screen holds for a moment. Then softly, the past is calling. A light rain begins to fall over Beverly Hills, turning the streets into mirrors that reflect the city's glow. The sound is gentle at first, like a whisper gently waking forgotten memories. The camera follows a pair of polished shoes stepping into the hotel lobby. Edward's silhouette, moving slowly, almost cautiously, as if every step carries the weight of the years between then and now. The elevator door opens and the soft chime echoes through the hall, tugging at something deep inside him. At the same moment, across the hotel courtyard, a car door closes with a soft click. Vivian steps out, her figure framed by the shimmer of raindrops. She holds a simple umbrella, her hand steady, but her breath catches for a second as if her heart already knows what waits ahead. She looks up at the hotel windows, those same windows that once held laughter, hope, a future they believed in. Not tonight, she whispers to herself, unsure if she's ready. Unsure if she ever will be. Inside, Edward pauses near the grand piano in the lobby. A pianist plays a slow, familiar tune. Not the full melody, just a few notes, soft and haunting. Notes that belong to another life. Edward's hand tightens on the railing. His silhouette shifts, the past pressing closer than he expected. It can't be, he murmurs under his breath, though his heart argues otherwise. Then it happens. A door opens across the lobby. Vivian steps inside, closing her umbrella, her silhouette outlined by the soft golden glow of the chandelier. She doesn't see him at first. She simply moves forward, brushing raindrops from her sleeves. The camera captures it all without revealing her face, only the graceful motion, the familiarity in the way she tilts her head, the quiet strength in her posture. Edward turns slowly. His breath catches, the piano pauses. The world seems to freeze, a moment suspended in air. Vivian lifts her head. Her eyes meet a figure standing across the room. Her body stiffens, not in fear, but in recognition. A recognition she's tried to bury for years. No words. No dramatic gasp. Just silence. And a heartbeat that echoes louder than the music ever could. The voiceover breaks the tension softly. Old feelings return. But so do old wounds. Vivian hesitates, turning slightly as if ready to step away. Edward moves a fraction closer, stopping himself, unsure, afraid to break the fragile moment. The rain outside grows heavier, tapping against the glass like a gentle reminder that time is still moving. That choices still matter. The camera closes in on their silhouettes, two lives, two hearts. Standing inches from a past they never truly left, fade slowly as the voice whispers, some reunions change everything. Rain streaks down the large glass windows of the hotel, turning the world outside into a blur of silver and gold. Inside, the lobby has grown quieter, almost sacred, as if the building itself knows something rare is happening. Edward and Vivian stand only a few steps apart, no longer strangers, yet not quite the people they once were. The air feels charged, heavy with memories, possibilities, and the quiet ache of everything unsaid. The camera moves slowly, capturing their silhouettes from behind, never revealing faces. Edward's hand lifts slightly, as if he wants to reach out but no longer knows how. Vivian watches him with the stillness of someone torn between staying and running. A soft voice breaks through the silence. Love never ends. It just waits. The piano resumes gently in the background, the melody warmer this time, filled with longing. A montage begins. The city at night, drenched in rain. A single street lamp flickering near a crosswalk. Vivian walking alone under her umbrella, her footsteps echoing softly. Edward standing outside the hotel entrance, watching her go but unable to move. Cut to Vivian stepping into her apartment. She opens a velvet box on the table, the red dress folded neatly, untouched for years. She lifts it slightly, her hand trembling. She closes her eyes, a soft, broken smile forming. Meanwhile, Edward sits alone on the edge of his bed, staring at an old letter, one he never had the courage to send. The paper is worn, the ink faded. The camera zooms in on a single line, "I never stopped loving you." His hand tightens around it. His breath shakes. The montage shifts again. Vivian walking through the dim hallway of her home, passing framed photos of her life after Edward, friends, work, smiles that never reached her eyes. Edward in his office, closing a deal on paper but looking emptier with every signature. The voiceover whispers, two hearts that found the world, but lost each other. Then morning light. The rain has finally stopped. Beverly Hills shines with fresh colors, everything washed clean. Vivian steps out onto her balcony, her hair catching the sunlight. Edward walks through the park near the hotel, his steps lighter, his gaze softer. Both pause at the same time, miles apart, sensing a shift in their stories. A final shot, the sun rising behind the Beverly Wilshire. The golden light spills across the entrance like a promise. The piano swells into a hopeful, emotional chord. The screen fades to black. Words appear slowly, almost like a heartbeat. Pretty Woman 2, A Second Chance. 2025, a soft whisper follows. Coming soon.